Okay, I'm Marty Calder. I'm the head coach at Brock University and also coach with the Canadian Olympic team, and we're here in Niagara Falls at the Gale Center. We're running what's called the Battle at the Falls, which is pitting Ukraine, United States, and Canada in women's wrestling. They're three of the top nations in the world, and we're here to support wrestling's position in the Olympics, and feel like we're going to have a great crowd, and we already have a good crew of Olympians that are here to show their support for this great sport and get it back in the Olympics.
We're from Grapplers Planet. We're at Battle at the Falls. Here's from the UFC. Can you tell us how wrestling's helped you in the UFC?
By far, I'm a wrestler first, so what it helps me is that it's a base.
Yeah.
So I could say, it helps me defend takedowns, get takedowns, all that stuff. But really, what wrestling's really helped me develop is, the fight or flight attitude. I think with wrestling, because it's such an amateur pedigree in it, I've wrestled for so long. When the times get tough, when you're in a bad situation, I've learned to sort of withstand that and try and fight through it. But I think when you don't have that amateur pedigree, it's a lot tougher to do because you haven't been in that area of crisis before. When in wrestling matches, I've been there 1,000 times. About to lose. 5 seconds left, you need 2 points. What do you do? Same thing in fighting, right? It's like, okay, in my last fight, the last 40 seconds was a nightmare. But I've been there before. I'm like, survive. There's 40 seconds left. I tried to keep my wits the best I could and just react the best I could to the fight. I came out winning. But yeah, I think it's always better to learn from a loss in a sport like this than it is in MMA. So I think that's one thing that I think amateur pedigree, whether it be boxing, wrestling, judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, teaches us all, is in the amateur side, you got to learn from the losses. Because the last thing you want to do is lose in a fight and then not realize that you've got to take something positive from it. Because that's a hard thing to do. When you fight and you lose in front of millions of people, the toughest thing is realizing that you've got to take a positive out of this or it was pointless. I don't want to say losing is ever the good thing to do, but it can change your perspective. Like, look what happened to George. He made a mistake, he's come back, he's corrected it, and now he's been undefeated for the last 7 fights. I don't know how long it is, but you take a loss, you do your best with it, and you improve on it. So I think it's a good thing.
So, we just want to thank you for coming out to support this event today. So it's good to see names like yourself and Tanya Verbeek and all the other great wrestlers from this area coming out to support Battle at the Falls. Thank you.
We got Adrian Woolley over here.
Yeah.
We got, who else we got? We got Saeed over there. We got everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boys.
Thank you so much.
I'm a Brock Badger. I went to Brock University and I had trained with the wrestling club for years, and so I just developed a really good relationship with Marty Calder and Richard DeChatelet, and ironically enough, I happened to run into Richard the other day and he was telling me more about the event, and I had seen some stuff on Facebook through all the social media and whatnot, but Richard had said, it'd be really good to get some people to come out to support the event and just the purpose that it's trying to serve for the 2020 Olympics and trying to keep wrestling involved in the actual IOC. And I just think it's important to come out and support events like this. Like, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or a mixed martial arts perspective, wrestling plays a huge part in our sport when it comes to takedowns and whatnot. And I know, especially when it comes to Nogi, and I was very fortunate that I had a good run at some big tournaments last fall, wrestling played a pivotal role in how I performed. So I have a lot to be thankful for when it comes to wrestling, and I definitely want to be able to do what I can to support the sport and hope that the IOC will keep it on board as one of the official sports in the games.
Well, it's right now there's a lot of wrestling events going on that wouldn't have happened had we not got kind of the boot. And because of that, we're doing more things than we've ever done before, and we're trying to make sure they understand that we're going to do more things than we've ever done before. And we got a little bit lax maybe, and we didn't follow some rules, and we're going to do that. And we're going to make sure our sport goes to a new level. Some of the rules that we've had, why they were in there, we don't know exactly why. Maybe 1 or 2 people had too much control, and we've removed those people from that control, and we've done a lot of things. We've changed the rules. We've removed our authority in our sport to much better authority. We're going to even change our fashion as far as what we wear. We'll do whatever we have to do to show that we're going to keep up with what we need to keep up with to get on television, to be more of an entertaining sport. It's been around forever. It can be an entertaining sport, but a lot of it has to do with the athletes and coaches and the people that run the sport. And so we're going to do a better job than we've ever done before, and hopefully we'll stay in the Olympic Games, and that's our highest prize. And you take that away from us, and it really lowers our mentality. And there's a lot of us in the world that wrestle, and there's a lot that's going to continue to wrestle, but we need the Olympic Games.
Check out grapplersplanet.com.